Welcome back to our channel where we provide updates and undisclosed narratives on Catherine, Princess of Wales, and her royal family. We provide you with the exciting news. 1. Min ago, Princess Charlotte shocks everyone by saying goodbye to Kensington Palace. The move of the Prince and Princess of Wales and their 3 children in late summer 2025 showed that the next generation of the British monarchy will be quite different. The family moved out of Adelaide Cottage on the Windsor estate where they had lived since 2022 and into Forest Lodge. The move was more than just a change of address. It had big effects on Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis's daily lives. Their parents made it clear that they wanted to raise their children in a way that balanced tradition with a sense of normalcy and privacy. Princess Charlotte, the couple's only daughter, is a key part of this change. Her upbringing, which has always been of public interest, is now being protected from the constant attention of the capital. Because of this move, we need to look closely at Princess Charlotte's past, the reasons why the family moved to a new home, and how living in a more isolated area could affect her position and growth in a monarchy that is changing to meet contemporary needs. Traditional rites and popular traditions that go along with royal births were used to mark Princess Charlotte's birth. This showed how important the monarchy is and how much people want it to continue. She came into the world on May 2, 2015 at 8:34 a.m. British summertime in the Lindo wing of St. Mary's Hospital in London, the same exclusive maternity hospital where other senior royals have given birth in the past. The birth of Prince William and Catherine's second child, a girl, drew a lot of attention in the UK and across the globe. They used to be the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. She is the granddaughter of King Charles III and is third in line to the throne behind her father and elder brother Prince George. The public spectacle of her birth combined modern ways of communicating with old ceremonial traditions. The royal family's social media accounts were the first to share the official announcement, showing how the institution's communication methods have changed in the digital age. Later, a traditional ceremony was held with a formal notice displayed on a gilded easel in the front yard of Buckingham Palace. Gun salutes were held at places including the Tower of London and Hyde Park, while other famous landmarks in the UK and the Commonwealth were lit up in pink. These gestures like Tower Bridge, the London Eye, and the fountains in Trafalgar Square made the birth seem like a big deal for the whole country. A lot of people, including fans and reporters, gathered outside the hospital and cheered as the parents came out right after the birth to show off their baby to the world. 2 days later, on May 4th, her name was announced to be Charlotte Elizabeth Diana. The choice of names has several meanings, including ties to ancestors and relatives. Charlotte is the feminine form of Charles, thus it honors her grandfather. Elizabeth is the name of her great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, who is still alive. Diana is the name of her late grandmother, Diana, Princess of Wales. Each name clearly points to the family's history and the personal histories that shape the royal identity today. People frequently look for symbolic meaning in the names that royal families choose. These names show the connections between present and past generations while also guaranteeing that the family will continue. Charlotte's status in the line of succession is historically significant since she is the first female royal to keep her place ahead of a younger brother following succession reform. The Succession to the Crown Act 2013, which was passed following the Perth Agreement by the countries that recognize the British monarch, changed male preference primogeniture to absolute primogeniture for anyone born after October 28, 2011. This meant that birth order, not gender, would determine who would inherit a change in the law based on pledges of gender equality in the Commonwealth realms. Charlotte kept her place as third in line to the throne when Prince Louis was born in 2018. This would not have been possible under the old legal structure. The change in succession laws is a strong example of how the monarchy is in line with modern views about gender equality. It also had a bigger cultural impact. Charlotte's position became a symbol of legal reform that led to real changes. According to royal baptismal rites, she was baptized on July 5, 2015 at St. Mary Magdalene Church on the Sandringham Estate in Norfolk. She wore a handmade copy of the Honiton lace and satin royal baptism gown that Queen Victoria had made for her in 1841. The choosing of a copy shows that people now care about preserving historic garments, while also following tradition. The Archbishop of Canterbury baptized the baby, using water from the River Jordan and the lily font, a silver gilt vase that has been used for royal christenings for over 170 years. These traits show how ceremonial customs have stayed the same even as the family adjusts to modern calendars and social norms. The ceremony combined familial intimacy with ceremonial importance. It took place in a private chapel and was attended by people who were acquainted with royal customs and symbols. Princess Charlotte has been a big deal to the public since she was a baby. The family has limited her visibility via carefully chosen official photos, most of which were shot by her mother, the Princess of Wales. These photos occasionally provide the public a limited look at family life. These releases are meant to satisfy the public's curiosity, while also letting parents have control over how their children are portrayed in public. The goal is to find a balance between openness and safety. The method is based on a strategic media management philosophy. By giving out chosen, high-quality images, the family may have a good connection with the public, while keeping control over intrusive or sensationalist reporting. The pictures show warmth in the house, natural settings, and simple clothing, making the image both approachable and royal. Charlotte has grown into a confident and lively child in public places as she has become older. People, both royal critics and the general public, have frequently commented on her calm yet lively personality and how she looks and acts like her late great-grandmother. Because she looks and acts so much like her ancestors, people have given her cute names that suggest she has the same personality throughout generations. In royal circles, people frequently talk about similarity in manner. Physical and behavioral similarities across generations are used as shorthand for dynastic continuity, and they often make people feel loved. Her public behavior combines the formalities of royalty with the natural spontaneity of childhood. Charlotte has often been seen on the Buckingham Palace balcony during the Trooping the Colour, which is the annual parade that celebrates the Queen's official birthday. The ceremony usually includes a ceremonial troop review, a royal procession, and a fly-past by military aircraft. People have witnessed her waving to people, talking to family members, and showing a lot of interest in the events. Small, unplanned events, like the highly publicized one in 2019 when she playfully stuck her tongue out at the audience, have made her more relatable to the public and shown that the family wants to give their kids moments of unrestrained childhood, even at official events. These kinds of things happen a lot on social media and in the press, which makes people think of the royal kids as real friendly kids instead of distant public figures. As the middle kid between George and Louis, she frequently takes on a leading or supervisory role with her siblings, which is typical of how siblings interact with one another. During the 2022 Platinum Jubilee celebrations for Queen Elizabeth II, she was spotted telling Prince Louis to stop waving so much on the royal balcony and to put his hands in his lap during a carriage procession. People have generally seen these conversations as signs of growing maturity and a better awareness of manners and what people expect from others in public. Sibling relationships provide a domestic counterpoint to formal commitments, illustrating conventional familial bonds and an evolving sense of responsibility within a family that must balance affection with societal responsibilities. Charlotte's first public appearance by herself was in August 2022 when she went to a swimming event at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham with her parents when she was 7 years old. At that event, she wore a striped dress and braided pigtails and watched the competition closely while listening to her parents explain things and responding with smiles and gestures like a thumbs up. Her participation showed how the family slowly introduced their children to public responsibilities. They did it in a way that was deliberate, supportive, and appropriate for their age, so they could get used to it and build their confidence without having to take on full public duties while they were still growing up. After the ceremony, she and her father sent a video message to the England women's football team, the Lionesses wishing them luck in the European Championship final. This shows how carefully chosen appearances can combine support for civic engagement with subtle public visibility. These appearances are generally set up to focus on celebration and encouragement, rather than putting the youngster in the middle of national or political debate, which keeps up the image of youthful innocence. This public engagement is based on a parenting philosophy that tries to keep a child's experience as natural as feasible given the circumstances. The Prince and Princess of Wales have expressed their wish for a healthy upbringing based on seclusion, stability, and consistency, both via their actions and words. This concept had a big impact on important decisions, such where schools to send the kids to, and the family's move from a city palace to a country mansion on the Windsor estate. People who watch and friends frequently comment on how hard the family is working to stay stable. They do things like going to school every day, playing sports, and doing basic domestic tasks like reading and eating together. These actions show that kids need to be grounded in normal routines as their public obligations grow over time. A big part of their plan is to protect their children's privacy when they are under a lot of public scrutiny. The couple has made an informal deal with a few British news outlets. The press doesn't show pictures of the kids that they don't have permission to use in exchange for getting official pictures of the kids on birthdays and other special occasions. This kind of openness helps people feel connected to the royal family, and it also lets the parents have control over how their children's photos are shown. This method improves school attendance, playdates, and outside activities with minimum interference, making it possible to have a wider range of experiences than would be possible if the paparazzi were always watching. The arrangement isn't perfect. There have been serious breaches and court battles between royal subjects and tabloid media in the last several years. Still, it has frequently made it possible for the family and parts of the media sector to get along. The Princess of Wales has focused on early childhood development in her public work, which is in line with her personal goals as a parent. Programs like Shaping Us stress how important the first 5 years of life are for future health, and this attention to early development affects many choices about how to care for children in the family. Friends and family say that the couple are involved parents who make time for their kids' routines, from getting them to and from school to bedtime, and that they value building strong ties. The Princess of Wales said in March 2024 that she had cancer and had started chemotherapy to stop it from spreading. In a video message, she stressed how important it was to talk to their kids about what was going on in a way that was acceptable for their age and to provide them comfort. This way of talking to each other at a hard period showed that the family was committed to keeping a loving home environment even when things were tough outside. Many people praised her honesty and the idea that difficult realities may be spoken with in a way that makes kids feel better and less anxious. You have to think about the option to relocate to Windsor in terms of protective parenting. Kensington Palace is a famous and well-known building in a busy part of central London. This means that more people walk by, and the area around it doesn't have much private outdoor space, which increases the danger of media intrusion. Adelaide Cottage, on the other hand, is a Grade 2 listed 4-bedroom home in the middle of Windsor Home Park that is protected by a fence on the royal estate. The cottage lies in the Windsor bubble, which gives it a level of seclusion and control over movement and access that is not possible in central London. Windsor Great Park has a lot of space for kids to ride their bikes, play, and explore outside while yet being somewhat private. A family friend said that they moved because they wanted to raise their kids in a quiet park-like setting where they could perform outdoor activities and family traditions without being disturbed by the public. Adelaide Cottage was chosen because it was useful, especially since it was near to the kids' school. When the family moved to Windsor, they enrolled their 3 kids at Lambrook School in Berkshire. This is a co-ed preparatory school on around 52 acres of rural property. Putting all 3 children in the same school made everyday life easier by combining their school travels and giving them all the same learning environment. The parents wanted their kids to have a lot of different activities and experiences that would help them become more resilient, curious, and connected to nature. Lambrook's amenities, which include a swimming pool, golf course, and large sports fields, as well as its focus on outdoor education and a full co-curricular program, fit with this goal. The school's stated goal of giving pupils the feathers to fly fits with the Cambridge's goal of raising their children to be independent and have a wide range of skills rather than just following rules. The move to Windsor also has personal meaning. Queen Elizabeth II lived largely at Windsor Castle at that time. This made it easier for Prince William to help her more often in the closing months of her life, since he was so near to her grandmother. This relocation was not just practical. It showed that the family was committed to being near to the sick elder queen in her final year and to keeping up informal contact that would have been hard to do from a city. By choosing a home close to the king, the family combined their personal responsibilities with their public duties and constitutional duties. This shows how royal actions are influenced by both individual devotion and public duty. The Windsor base places the family in the middle of a group of other senior royals who live on or near the estate. This encourages family interaction and informal help. Princess Charlotte's education has been carefully arranged as part of her growth. The selection of schools from nursery to preparatory level prioritizes a nurturing environment and a well-rounded curriculum above exclusive or primarily distinguished options. She began her formal education at Wilcox Nursery School in January 2018 when she was 2 years old. The school is close to where the family used to live in Kensington. Wilcox emphasizes the significance of structured play and a nurturing environment. Their selections reflect an initial preference for settings that stress play-oriented education and social development. The cost of morning classes was around $3,000 each term, which means that the nursery was not as expensive as other top schools, even if it was private. Charlotte started at Thomas's Battersea, a co-ed preparatory school in southwest London in September 2019. She joined her older brother there. The school is known for its emphasis on compassion and a full academic curriculum. The school teaches kids up to the age of 13, combining traditional subjects with a strong focus on the arts, sports, and personal development. To help the kids feel more regular, their classmates and staff called them by their first names and the family name Cambridge, not by royal titles. An approved media pool covered their arrival at Thomas's, which was a way to protect the family's privacy while yet satisfying the public's curiosity by limiting the amount of coverage. Thomas's is famous for creating well-rounded kids who mix academic rigor with artistic and athletic interests, a profile that draws parents wishing a balanced education. Moving to Lambrook in Berkshire later on was a deliberate choice to go to a rural school. Lambrook stresses the value of outdoor learning team sports and a wide range of extracurricular activities that help students learn practical skills while they are still studying. This school is a good choice for parents who want their kids to be comfortable outside, undertake community service, and learn a variety of skills. Bringing all 3 kids together at Lambrook made things easier for the family set up a regular schedule and showed how committed the family was to giving their kids a consistent and stable education during important formative years. This also made it easier for people to make friends and do extracurricular activities in one spot, which helped to avoid the problems that sometimes come with having students in separate schools. The Princess Charlotte effect is a term used in the media and marketing to describe the measurable effect that Princess Charlotte's public appearances have had on consumers. For example, products she has worn or used have seen a huge increase in demand, sometimes selling out within hours. This is like what happens with her mother, the Kate effect, when clothing, accessories, and allied businesses benefit from royal publicity. Industry analysts have noted that this impact has big effects on the economy. Fashion experts and retail specialists always notice a quick rise in online searches and sales when official pictures or children's TV appearances are released. One of the first times was when she was born and given a merino wool shawl made by G.H. Hurt & Son is a small family company in Nottingham. The shawl, which was made in a traditional way and cost around $68, got a lot of attention. The company's website saw an immediate surge in traffic from all over the world. Later, official portrait releases have seen similar trends. Charlotte wore a flowery costume from the Spanish children's clothing brand M&H when pictures of her first birthday party came out. The item sold out right away, showing how even little foreign companies can get a lot of attention throughout the globe via their connection to the royal family. Retailers and designers find that being associated with the royal family may instantly make a product seem more prestigious, particularly if it fits with the family's preferred style of classic, understated, and high-quality clothing. The pattern of businesses growing again and over again has led to predictions about her possible long-term impact on the market. A 2021 brand finance research indicated that Princess Charlotte's lifetime economic worth might top $3 billion for the UK economy, covering both direct product sales tied to her image and the broader promotional effect on sectors like British and European children's wear. There are several reasons why she is so appealing: her royal status, her mother's timeless and attainable design choices, and the fact that people are drawn to a youthful look that looks both desirable and attainable. Retailers and designers whose goods fit the family's style, usually classic, well-made, and fairly affordable items from the UK and Spain, can experience a big rise in international demand. This effect shows how soft power and cultural influence may turn into measurable economic activity, which helps manufacturers, merchants, and designers, while also making the monarchy more present in people's everyday lives. All of these things, the strict rules about public visibility, the choice of schools, the move to a rural home on the Windsor estate, and the clear public interest point to a well-planned strategy to prepare Princess Charlotte and her siblings for lives that balance their own happiness with a planned public presence. Moving to Adelaide Cottage wasn't only for convenience, it was also a conscious choice to make the kids' everyday life more normal and give them more freedom. Windsor's physical and social buffer lets people go to school, do things outside, and make friends, which makes some of the problems that come with living in central London less of a problem. As Princess Charlotte gets older, her role in the British monarchy will alter. As the sister of the heir and a beneficiary of equal primogeniture, she is in a unique position. She is at the head of the succession line, but she also represents the role of a supporting royal who is required to balance her own goals with her public duties. Her parents planned her education to help her develop traits like confidence, perseverance, compassion, and a commitment to service that are thought to be important for her future as a monarch. Her public behavior, family ties, and choice of school show that she is getting ready for public duties in a progressive way with a focus on honesty and independence. Her growth will also reflect the broader changes happening in the monarchy as it adapts to new social norms and expectations. The move to equal primogeniture, the strategic control of media coverage, and the concentration on early childhood welfare show that the institution is increasingly concerned with concerns of equality, privacy, and mental health. Princess Charlotte may be an example of a new generation of royals who balance reverence for the past with a modern view on gender equality, family privacy, and public responsibility. The choices her parents make about her schooling, public appearances, and when she has to do her duties will affect her growth as a person, and may set an example for how future royal children are raised in a world where the media is paying more attention and people's views are changing. The family's choices so far, like selective public appearances living in the country, focusing on play in early education, and a thorough preparatory curriculum show that they are trying to give their kids a stable, well-rounded upbringing while gradually getting them used to the responsibilities that come with their status. From this point of view, Princess Charlotte represents both continuity and change. She connects the historical line of succession and royal legacy while also showing how the institution is slowly modernizing. Her upbringing in Windsor, which included privacy-planned schooling and limited public engagement, was meant to provide her the personal tools she needs to handle a public life with grace and a dedication to service. The decision to move from Kensington Palace to the Windsor estate shows a strong focus on the health and stability of the family. This new stage of Princess Charlotte's life gives her a childhood full of discovery, learning, and development in relative seclusion. At the same time, it helps her get used to the public duties she may have to take on in the future. The Princess of Wales and the Prince of Wales are purposefully creating an environment that encourages personal growth and readiness for future responsibilities by combining hard work from parents, a planned educational path, and a community-focused approach to public involvement. They are molding both their daughter's upbringing and a way for the monarchy to fit in with the ideals and expectations of the 21st century while yet keeping some of the old ways. Thank you for watching the video. Please let us know your thoughts, and goodbye for now.